Hello, my name is Ryan Ebert, and this is my final assignment for careers in lodging and food and beverage industries. All right, the first one is describe two management careers for which of the following, for which you would be well suited for each industry, lodging and food and beverage. I took that as two of each, two for both lodging and food and beverage. So that means four total. I don't know if that's right, but that's just what I did. Um, so for lodging, I did guest services manager and concierge manager, and because I feel like both of those are kind of very similar. They're both kind of the same thing. Where like you're dealing with the guests, you're dealing with guest services, you're dealing with making sure people have a good time on their vacation, on their trip, on their stay. Like making sure they have the resources to do. Because I'm a very outspoken, I'm a very happy individual. I'm a very nice person. I feel like I would benefit well from doing a job that like my whole job is to keep people happy essentially, and to like make sure that people are getting what they want out of the stay, and make sure people are getting what they want within and around the hotel. And so that would be guest services, and then concierge, is like assisting them with events and like getting like and you have relationships with like the areas surrounding area. That way, like you concierge people too. Like you give a good word. You tell people like, hey, this is a good restaurant. This is a good place to go and stay. This is a good attraction. You're the concierge. You know what I'm saying? So like that was my two for lodging. Food and beverage. My two were bar manager and then catering manager. Bar manager, I feel like I would actually probably really enjoy being a bar manager, just because like the whole thing is you're keeping up with the bar, but you're running the bar. So like you're there, you're taking the orders, you're filling the orders, you're talking to people. Like I said, I'm a very social person. I can sit there and talk to you for forever, and the bar environment, being able to talk to somebody in a bar environment, I feel like I'd be very very well suited for a job like that. And the responsibility, I mean, all you gotta do is just pretty much keep the peace, keep everyone happy, keep up with your orders, keep up with everything going on with the bar, and just don't fall behind. Like, I mean, I would say that's the main thing. Sure. And then like I said, the other one was the catering manager. And the catering manager, I think, because like you're the catering manager, you're pretty much the person in charge of catering, obviously catering food, catering things to people's big events. And so like I just think it'd be a really cool job. Pretty much like you're the person that's always there overseeing a big event. So you're going to all these big events, weddings, birthdays, uh, all different types of you're just going to all these different events, and you're the manager of these events, and so you've got to keep it going smoothly. You're almost like responsible in a way for how good someone's wedding is, how good someone's birthday party is, how good someone's like work party is. Like you have a responsibility for how good that like party is. Like how good that event is. And so like I think my personality would be good with something like that, doing that. And all four of those, guest services, concierge, bar manager, catering, are four things that like all four of them are very similar in a way that like you're dealing with people. I'm a talkative person. I'm good at talking to people. I'm good at seeing how people are. I'm good at reading people. And so I feel like my personality would do really good with jobs like that like you're having to deal with people, and your job relies specifically on how you deal with those people and how you react and stuff like that. And so then, let's see. The next one was describe one in each industry that you would not be well suited for, lodging and then food and beverage. Lodging, I put housekeeping manager, because I just don't really, I would not want to do a job ever that like my job is cleaning up after other people. I don't clean. I mean, I take out the trash and stuff, obviously, but like I'm not somebody that cleans my room every day. I'm not somebody that cleans my room every night, every second day or whatever. I don't make my bed every day. Like I keep it somewhat tidy. I'm not like living like in a trash filled area, but you know what I'm saying. I don't do all these things, and so to have a job where you're in charge of keeping everyone's things clean And then I just feel like, people, if it's not clean the exact way they want it, people get upset. People don't like, they have specific things they want. And then also with housekeeping, like, you got to deal with some messes. Like if someone does something, you know, throws up on the carpet or something, I don't know. Like housekeeping has to go do that, and I just would not want that job whatsoever. And the dislike for food and beverage was the stewardship manager, which is pretty much the exact same thing. You're just cleaning up, but you're cleaning up the back. You're cleaning up, the kitchen, the everything in the back. Pretty much, you're cleaning up. The stewardship is literally just you're cleaning up the back of the house. You're managing inventory. You're keeping up with like the supply of stuff and everything. And like, I just don't think that's not something that I like. Cleaning, like you're tidying, you're cleaning. Your whole job revolves around keeping things nice and stocked and stuff like that. And so, like those two jobs, housekeeping and stewardship, are both very similar. And at the end of the day, both those jobs are probably two of the most important jobs because, like, if you without those, like you just live your business is a pigsty. Your business is you're not a very clean business at the end of the day. Like cleaning is not my thing. It's not something that I like, and so to have that be my job, I would have no, I just don't want to do it at all. Okay, and so the next one, let's see. Describe at least 3 human resource practices that you personally experienced that were good practices to recruit and retain quality talent. I said my 3 was competitive pay, really and then overall really good benefits, and then also like onboard training and training in classes within once you get to the job. And so competitive pay, I feel like speaks for itself. If you have an opportunity to work at a job at like 2 or 3 different jobs, they're all kind of the same job, but one of them pays significantly more. I mean, there's no question about which job you want to do. You're going to do the job that's going to pay significantly more. It's just not even an option. So competitive pay definitely is a big one. Really good benefits like insurance, retirement benefits, time off, PTO, stuff like that. That's a really big one because if you work in a job that gets paid really good but you have no retirement, like what happens if you just randomly one day get fired or I don't know, 30 years down the road you want to retire and you have just nothing. You have nothing in the bank. Like yes, you make good money, but you have no extra fallback money essentially. And so I think that's a really big HR practice. Like a lot of places have a lot of good benefits, and a lot of people rather work for a place that has really good benefits. And the last one I put was onboard training. So that one's more like once you get hired, onboard training classes. That way to ensure that your employees are learning, they're getting better, they are improving as employees, they're learning different things, tactics, strategies, all the above. If you just go to work and you don't learn anything, what are you really doing? I guess you're not getting better at your job from doing that. You get better from experience, but going to the classroom and doing different things can really enhance that. The last one was describe 2 instances where you personally experienced a bad boss and caused employees to look for other work. At my job, I work for the SCDOT, and there was one guy I know that he's on a crew, and his foreman just gives him hell. Like I will say, his foreman, I think that crew's got 5 people, and he is the bottom of the totem pole. He's the lowest man on the crew. But that does not mean that the other people can't work. And I know the foreman really just puts a lot of work on him. He's been talking to me for weeks about getting a new job because, like I said, the foreman will come to him with grunt work, stupid stuff, go do this, go do this, go do that. He'll look, and then they'll look at the other crew guys and be like, don't worry about it, he's got it. He doesn't spread the work. It's only on the one guy. He just pushes the one guy to no end, and so I know he's probably going to get another job sometime soon because that's happening in my job currently. The other one was one of my buddies who is a foreman, but his boss, the guy above the foreman, we were in a snowstorm one time, and so we're plowing snow, and during a snowstorm we work 12-hour shifts, and it was getting close to that 12-hour time, and basically the night shift works 8 to 8, and the day shift works like, or no, it'd be 8 to 9. It's 13 hours technically, but you only work for 12 of those but then the day shift, it's 8 to 9 both ways. That way there's 1 hour buffer. So so you come in at 8, the other crews are getting there at 8. That way there's an overlap. So like you come in and they go out right then. That way you're not leaving the roads to get full of snow. Well, essentially though, the boss told like this one crew, they were on the interstate, they were on 85 interstate plowing snow, and they were supposed to come in, and the boss pretty much called them and told them like, you guys need to stay out there and keep plowing snow. And they ended up plowing snow for another like 2 or 3 hours, like even though there was other crews that were coming out, there was other crews that were doing the same thing. They specifically got called out. It was just 2 guys. They got called out from their boss to keep doing what they were doing, and it was simply because like the boss was abusing his power. Essentially, we're like the guy he called, the foreman. He was a good foreman, and so he knew that he was going to do it, and he wasn't going to fight back. Essentially. And so he abused his power to tell them, like, you have to stay out there for another couple hours and keep doing this, regardless of what other people are doing, just because I want you to do this. And, like, there was no other reason for it. He was like, I want you to do this, you're going to do this. And so that's what ended up happening. And so those are my 2. And so I believe that is the end of my assignment. It might have been a little bit longer than I wanted, but I hope all is well, and thank you for watching.